Good morning. Happy Friday Groove Day, everyone. It
Yes,
is
and happy
Friday. Yeah,
happy new
right?
moon and happy Mercury retrograde and happy Friday, happy all the things.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is going on
Solar
right now.
eclipse, I think that was that yesterday.
That
There's
was
a
a
lot going on right now.
couple of days ago. Couple of days ago. Yeah, it's been a ride for sure. Well, as you all can tell, I have Miss Renee here, Tarot Love Community. Welcome, Renee. I'm so happy to have you here.
Well, I am pleased as punch to be here.
Tell us what's going on in the Tarot Love Community.
Well, we've been quiet here lately. If you hadn't noticed, I've been having to focus my attention on my physical health and my environment here. So I've been trying to get the house cleaned up and reorganized so that I can actually access my things. You know, so I have easier access to everything so that I can get back to working on the community center, because I want to definitely do updates on the website. Want to get back to doing live programs and getting caught up with the other stuff, and well, I'm missing game night and all that sort of thing. So
Mhm.
so hopefully I'll be able to get that up and going here shortly. And and I wanted to take a moment too to say thank you, Sonia, because you really spoke out, and it touched me, it's humbling. It was more exhausting than I thought it was going to be to sit down and write out my story. Um, and and even though that's still very much the basic bones of it and doesn't even get into the feelings and emotions of the situation, it's still very much a just the facts situation. But I appreciate you talking about the GoFundMe and talking about sharing my story and all that.
Yes.
So I've kind of been recovering from that, and then I don't even know what to call the weather anymore. But whatever is happening here, Memphis has always not been wonderful for people with sinus and allergy issues. And so whatever's going on now really screwed everybody up there for 2 or 3 weeks. And I got hit with that. So um and I just appreciate the fact that this community is understanding and supportive, and yeah. So I wanted to say thank you for sharing that, and for appreciating the oomph it takes to get to share those types of things that we go through, because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is. Everybody always goes through something, and we all have our challenges. And that's the beautiful thing about community, right? It's a place that we can share, and and by sharing, it may help somebody else. So that's
Mhm.
that's the beauty of it.
Right.
But good. So yes, and I'm glad that you're taking that time to take care of yourself as well. So I just want to acknowledge you for that, because a lot of times people will just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until they can't push anymore.
Well,
So
and that's certainly a lesson that I learned from this experience that I've gone through. I
mhm,
mean, I literally am to the point now I have to be very conscious of how I'm utilizing my energy, not only spiritually, energetically, but literal physical energy. I've had to learn to prioritize
yeah,
what I can do and what I can get done, and where I can push it, because my body literally will not let me
yep.
push anymore. I pushed it to the point that I fell apart. And so I literally can't do that anymore. My
Yeah,
body shuts down on me and says, "Yeah, no, we already had this discussion."
yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, let's say hello to a few people
Yes, I
here.
say
Thank
yeah.
you, everyone, for being here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Hello,
Oh, for sure.
Viviani. Aloha, Eliza.
Oh, now one thing, while I am getting up and going again, we are marching our way over on Terra Love Community to 2,000 members. So if we can get them subscription numbers
Yay.
up,
Okay.
I have set aside. We're gonna do a little 2K party, little subscriber party. And I've got gift cards set aside to give away.
Oh.
Claudia over there, Cat Mama Meow, has offered to give away a couple of signed books of her Pigs with Wings, a book that she wrote, her little kids book, and maybe some other fun stuff. So go over there
Oh, that's
and share
awesome.
some subscriber love over there as well, please.
Absolutely. So the link is right down here below. So if you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to Tarot Love Community.
But I know most of these folks. I see Seascape and
Yes,
Chloe, Eliza, Scorpio Mama, Katie Moonchild.
we got also, let's see who else is here. Hello to everyone. Paisley in the house, and Barb's Wheel of Fortune. Hello, Samantha. Esther, hi, good morning. Genealogy Junkie, good to see you.
Yes,
So,
good morning, everybody.
And anybody else that I might have missed. Welcome. We're happy you guys are here. So, look, I'm taking my cue from Rene here. She just had her coffee. So, guys, unfortunately, I am not drinking coffee today. This is a detox week. I'm doing ceremony this weekend, so I had to detox. So I'm having tea, and I have a yogi message. So I love my yogi messages. And this one says, your actions prove your greatness.
There you go.
Let that sink in. Really love that. And look what I have today. Which mug?
Oh, you got your mug. I should have got mine out, but I have to admit I like my the metallic, keep them hot or keep them cold mugs.
Oh, Keith, hey, Geek Hillbilly, welcome. And Teresa, hello. And Lisa, hello. Arlene, hey, good morning.
So yes, we have merchandise available as well.
Yes.
Thank you, Vanna Sonia.
And my favorite is on the side because there's different messages, right?
There's 3 or 4 different messages that you can get.
But I love this one.
Opposite side.
Be kind, be compassionate, be love.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Very nice. Okay. Whew, I have my fan on, but I am still like.
It was 80 something yesterday, and I think today is supposed to be in the mid 60s here. We had
the weather can't make up its mind.
Well, yeah, it's a big nasty storm that started last night. It's supposed to go all the way through today, the rain and everything. So, like I said, whatever is happening, I don't even know what to call it anymore.
You know what? I'm just going to tilt my fan a little bit.
Are we pulling our 3 cards? Is that what we're doing?
Yep. Let me.
And I am using today the Lilac Lantern Lovely Oracle deck. So.
Oh, very nice.
Go check that out if you would like to. It's all over Andrea's website YouTube channel over there on Lilac Lantern.
All right. So let's get our cards here, see what we get. We have strength, humor, and happiness. Strength, humor, and happiness.
Nice.
Barb says, you can't trust the spring. I just got my winter tire switched to summer, but still worry about spring snow.
Yeah, that's not a thing I have to worry about.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
I think we're safely past any weird snows. Weird snows usually happen in like late March, early April. So we're kind of past all that for our area, but yeah, I was watching there's this Instagram family up in Canada that I follow that have recently moved up there and gotten a farm, and so they have all the animals, and
Mhm.
it's a really charming little account. But she was out trying to go do the cold plunge in their lake that still had, like glacial ice on it or whatever. I'm like, this does not look like fun spring times to me.
All right. Do you want to go first, or would you like for me to go?
Well, I mean, I got I think this one's probably the most relevant to that first pull. That says, "Stop listening to the negative and tune into the positive." So I think
Oh,
that's,
wow. Look at that. Yes.
yeah, that to me resonated with the strength and the uh, happiness and the, what was the other one?
Humor.
Humor. That's right.
Mhm. Beautiful. Did you want to pull another one, or you want to leave with that one?
That was, like I
Okay.
said, that
That
one
kind of sums it
resonated
up.
most with those first three that you pulled. I mean, I still like these. This other one says, "Protect your assets."
Mhm.
Andrew's got all her little girly, cute little vintage pictures on there. And then the other one is says, "Is this really what I want to be doing right now?"
Well, you can see the humor in that, right?
I don't know if it's humorous so much. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. We with all this narrative that we've been born into, we end up spinning our wheels so much in this societal narrative that we've been told that we're supposed to be a part of, that I think we all spend most of our time doing things we don't necessarily want to be doing for
Mhm.
an untimely portion of our lives. And
Yeah, well,
so,
that's where we have to draw through that strength, right? That's where we have to
mhm,
bring that strength in. And sometimes, the message that I'm getting here is that you just want to lighten up, just lighten
mhm,
up a little bit. That's where we bring in that humor that can
yeah.
create the happiness. So that's really important to bring in that
You
light
don't
during those
find the
times.
humor in the situations.
You don't, but not necessarily, not then with some of them for sure.
Well, no, I'm
Um,
saying I've had to look for it in every single situation,
but it might not
because
necessarily have to.
otherwise you get yourself mired in the negative, don't you?
You do, but it doesn't necessarily have to be about the situation. It could be like maybe just watch something,
Mhm.
that has humor. Turn on, maybe watch a comedian or something, just to help lighten things up when you're going through a really difficult time. So
I
it's
was
important to bring
listening,
that in.
yeah, there's a bunch of really good, as a matter of fact, stand-up stuff I've seen here lately. New stuff on Netflix and Amazon, and I was listening to Alex Borstein the other day, just sitting here chuckling my tush off. So yeah, if you like stand-up, there's some good stand-up stuff out there right now.
There you go. And then, so what I have is forgiveness. So that's where you can find strength in the forgiving. So whatever your situation is, it's important to bring in forgiveness, whether that's for yourself or somebody else. By getting yourself into humor and lightening things up, you start feeling and looking into blessings. That humor lightens things, it brings things in, it starts bringing in the blessings. And then with happiness, you can find that support when you're going through something through community, right? We were just talking about that earlier, about the
Mhm.
community and how important it is to uplift us when we're going through troubled times. So yeah, it's a great message of just finding that inner strength within yourself so that you can bring out the better things, to help you get to that other side. So that is our first message there. Let's see what else we get. Hello, hello to any newcomers. Welcome, welcome. So our first word is clarity. And opportunity. And Rene, do you still have your GoFundMe up?
I do, yeah, about 40% of the way to my goal, so, it is still up there,
Okay.
if you're able to contribute, for those who have contributed, and again, I've been dealing with some health stuff, so I'm ridiculously far behind on getting the thank yous out, and for those bouncing around in my inbox, I apologize. I'm I'm trying to get it sorted out so I can get back to y'all. I kind of came to the realization that, a lot of this, what I'm meant to do, what I want to do in building and maintaining and growing this community is not really necessarily a profitable situation. So I've had to get this sorted out, and it took me a while to realize that going back to a standard working environment just was not well, the realization in a lot of ways came through writing out everything that happened, that I really have been through a lot.
Mhm. Mhm.
Really do have some, these aren't necessarily bounce back from them type, at least to 100% type situations. Now, not to say that I don't believe in the energy healing and all that sort of thing, but again, that's a long-term goal that's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, it's still out there, and even if you can't contribute, the reading and sharing of my story that is gift enough, in most in many instances. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I will post it underneath the
Oh,
description
awesome!
here.
Thank you.
So after the live stream. All
Cool.
right. This is our last word, inspiration. So we have clarity, opportunity, and inspiration.
And this one fits right in. This says, "Go for it. You are supported." So I mean,
Oh,
right?
beautiful.
Just brings that full circle community uh idea back into focus for us there.
Hey, Jaconda. Welcome. Okay. Let me see what I get here.
Are you going in your spot, or are you going to come jump up here? The cats are loving the rearranging. First of all, it gives them something to be nosy about. But
All
I've got
right.
two seats in the window for them now, and they keep finding other
Aw.
spots to.
Oh, cats will make home wherever they feel is
Oh
necessary.
yeah, for sure.
So we have dark matter here, and it's about bringing clarity to whatever that is for you, working through it, sorting through it, to find that opportunity, the opportunity to walk through that door so that you can start something new, moving away from that. This is the adventure card, right? Looking forward newer adventures and getting inspired about what feels good to you. This is the passion card. So finding and tapping into that passion. So it looks like both these past two readings here, we're talking about really moving from the dark into the light and allowing ourselves. And there's really so many lessons, right? In that dark, as you're going through something, there's always lessons that are there. And then, so it's important to just make note of that. Just kind of sometimes feel into it. Like when I came out, what was that, in March, I was going through a depressive episode, and I really just sat in it. I just sat in it, and I was just kind of like taking note of my feelings and what I was going through and what I was experiencing, and letting myself know that it was okay. It was okay for me to feel this way. I didn't like it, but it's one of those things that, and then I learned as I was slowly started coming out of it, I learned about what was happening, what was going on. And the short end of it is that I let it kind of fester for a few months until it all came to a head. And then it just pulled me down completely. So it's important to gain clarity of what it is that you're experiencing and what you're going through, so that you can, it begins to sometimes make things a little easier when you have other challenges that come up later.
Oh,
So,
for sure.
mhm.
Because you can always apply those lessons and that information and knowledge that you gained through that clarity, through that realization, and apply those going forward. I mean, that's how we build our repertoire of knowledge and
Mhm.
empathy and all the other things, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Change.
And I my situations, I suppose, have always put me in a place where it was sort of near constant change. So I am not one to be afraid of it, but plus I always tend to be, for whatever reason, a catalyst for change. And so,
Yeah.
I've had to kind of learn to, um, nudge people along, or sort of, a little bit of dragging maybe here or
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. That's a great thing, actually. We have creativity. Oh, oh, oh. Oh my
Uh-oh,
God.
are they jumping
One,
out?
one,
Oh, right in the
one
teeth.
flicked right into my tea.
Ruh-roh.
We got, look at respect. Respect my tea. Oh, it's all wet.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe that's respect
Respect
everybody
my
else's tea.
authority.
Stay out everybody else's tea, right?
Oh, that is hilarious. All right, I'm gonna set that. That wasn't the card I pulled. That was the one that flipped into the T. So I'm gonna set that over there so it can dry. But the the word is knowledge. Oh my God, that's hysterical. So change, creativity, and knowledge. Maybe let's see how it tastes. Ooh, respect is thirsty. Yep.
Nice. Well, there you
Oh,
go. Make healthy choices.
there you go. Okay, let me see. At least the big cards can't fit into my cup, so we're good.
Yeah, kind of, Eliza. Yeah, trailblazer, accidental trailblazer.
Accidental.
I, I just have found myself being the one that shows up and like, why do y'all do it like that? What if we tried it this way?
What did Katie say? The layer of the solution is seldom the layer of the problem. Clement de Crop.
Nice.
Very nice. Thank you, Katie. Chicanda. That means you're giving us the real tea. Much respect. Oh, I love it. Okay, so for change, acceptance,
Mhm.
right? Accepting the change. It's when we create that resistance. It's interesting. I'm going to be putting out a short today that kind of talks about this a little bit. The resistance part, right? When we resist, we're just creating this friction. So when you allow that acceptance to happen, things
When
just
I was
flow.
thinking while you were talking about your depressive state and allowing yourself to feel it, I was thinking, I have found that when you allow yourself to just sit in it and feel it and let that clarity come, it passes faster than fighting it.
Yeah,
When you fight it and want to push it off, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry.
yeah.
It not only does it bottle up and become a larger issue, um, but it so much of that energy that you waste
Mhm. That's
fighting
that
against it.
resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that resistance. Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, so with creativity, we have clarity, right? Getting clear, we have clarity again. So clarity is
Mhm.
really important. It's about really finding different ways of either to soothe yourself or to have fun. Yes, to have faith.
That faith.
Absolutely. To have faith. and bringing in that knowledge. And as you were just saying, Renee, you know, that's like you learn. There's like knowledge that's there. So get enthused about that. Having enthusiasm around all of that. So uh, there, as I say, there's always gems in every situation, even the
Mhm.
bad ones, even the bad ones.
Well, always that silver lining, right?
Yep. Okay, let's see what else we get. Well, these came out together, which is rest and happiness. And we have discovery.
Okay to let go.
What does it say?
It's okay to let go.
It's okay to let go. I love that. Look what's
Mhm.
at the base here. Forgiveness.
Mhm. There
It's
we go.
it's okay to let go. Let me see here.
And isn't that a lot of what our Mercury retrograde involves too? Is that uh, one of these times of the year where we can reflect and revisit what needs to be revisited so that we can forgive and let go.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And I like flowing saying, let those tears flow. It's so
Mhm.
cleansing. Yes.
Mhm.
Katie has another quote for us. You drown by not falling into a river, but by staying submerged in it. This is Paulo Coelho. I'm probably saying the name wrong, I'm sure.
Mhm.
What are you ready to move on from? Absolutely. Oh, okay. Oh, I love these cards when everything lines up. It's just so beautiful. Okay. So rest, you know, take it easy and trust the universe. Trust
Mhm.
what you're going through here. What does that say?
It says, "You are safe. Everything is going to be okay."
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Trust the universe. Bring in more happiness. Step up and lead with happiness. And then discovery, attuning to the divine. So discovering what treasures there are when we're linked in and connected. Uh, this is where you can find your answers. This is where you can get more grounded. This is where you will find your growth in the messages that will come forth. But we have to listen. We have to be willing and open to listen to what's being shared with us. Um, and I know sometimes it might be stuff that you might not want to hear.
True.
I, I know sometimes I get messages from my guides and I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be doing that. Leave me alone.
Right. Yes, I understand we shouldn't do this,
Yes, leave me
but
alone. I don't want to hear
but
it.
but
Feel like that kid, but I don't
right.
wanna. Eliza says, tears are the aroma of holy work. This is Hildegard of
Nice.
Bingen. Guys, you're giving me some hard ones here today with the names. I love that. The aroma of holy work. That's beautiful. Katie says that the quotes that she posted are from the 100 Mindful Prompt Self Care and Stress Relief deck. Beautiful. I like that, Katie. I'll have to look into that. All right. We have kindness, we have action. Huh, look, happiness keeps popping out today. I like that. Oh, look what's at the base here. Play.
There you go.
Play. Okay.
Well, there you go. Random act of kindness. That makes for happiness
It really does.
on
Mhm.
both ends of the on both sides of the coin.
Mhm. Okay. What you got?
Well, let's see. Foul, foul. Time to decide.
Mm.
What are we deciding on? Let's see.
I guess what kind of what kind of kindness you want to take action was what I'm trying to say.
There you go. Oh, well, here you go. Time to put yourself first, honey.
So that kindness
That sounds
is for
like
you.
self-care action to me.
Absolutely. Yep. Oh, interesting. Okay. So kindness, I have the choice. What's the choice? What kindness do you need to be making here? All right. And taking the action. And that I have Angel of Jupiter Awaken. And, this card here, let's look up the meaning. I'm going to look up the meaning of that quickly. But if you notice all the green there, green is very healing. And this card has a lot of healing energy in it. I just want to see what it says quickly. Of course, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm doing the... Says, within you, there is magnificence, greatness, and the ability to live bolder, larger, and more exuberantly than you have ever imagined. Awaken the keen spirit, hungry for adventure and new experience. How beautiful is that? So yes,
Nice.
taking action in that and doing that. It felt like there was something that was more that was there. And then
I like this whole change, new adventure vibe.
right?
I'm digging it.
And then we have happiness, and this is the dance of the planets. So, yes, taking in that dancing, celebrating, feeling good. Music, right? Music always, I think Katie had posted that earlier about, playing music and how that can shift and change things for you. So, bringing in that kindness, as you said, Rene, the self care, bringing in that self care so that you can just begin to feel happy, taking that action for yourself to shift that energy, and which is very healing. So, Katie says, "Those who know do not speak; those who speak do not know." Lao Tzu. Oh, beautiful. Love that. And
Boy, aren't we getting a clear lesson in that here lately in the large socio-political. Lord,
right?
the people running their mouths sure ain't not they're the last ones that need to be.
Right, exactly. And Eliza says 29 degrees, airy, trailblazing. Thank you, Eliza. And Mercury retrograde says invent new words.
There we go.
Love that. Eliza is the resident astrologer, so I love when she gives the tidbits, the information. Okay. We have focus. Change again. And comfort. Focus, change, and comfort.
Yeah, let's see that I got. Today I will stop and smell the roses. And don't let time pass you by.
Beautiful. So yeah, focus on smelling the roses, because that definitely helps to create some change when you slow things down and brings comfort. Beautiful.
Well, and I'm of the opinion, just in general, that we have just gotten too big and busy for our own goods. You know, we're always rushing to be somewhere for something, I just don't think we're meant to be rushing around creatures.
Yeah. Yeah. I have focus and decisions, right? Sometimes it's making those decisions about what it is that we need to focus on, right? Again, taking that time to stop and smell the roses.
Or
Um,
finding that clarity that you're sitting with to identify.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And trusting in the change that's taken place and accepting the comfort that comes from that, or finding that place of comfort. I always say that in order to move forward, right? Because we get really comfortable in our space, but then when we have to move that change, we have to get uncomfortable first to be able to make that change, and then you find your new comfort zone, and it's like you just keep moving along until you find that new level of comfort again. But in order for that change to happen, we all have to, and this is a message for the world, right? You have to learn how to be uncomfortable. Some people
Mhm.
are just not willing to learn that, being uncomfortable. They're like, this is my way. This is what I know. This is what I feel.
This is what
End
I
of
was
story.
taught. These are my feelings. These are my beliefs.
Exactly.
This is what's been passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
So
get, yeah, absolutely.
once you learn how to be uncomfortable, that's when you
Maybe
learn.
that's why it's easier for me because I've never been comfortable. I've always been in that. I never quite fit in anywhere, and so I never had that degree of comfort as something recognizable that I could lean back into like that. Well, at least ways not necessarily with the positive influences.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can relax into food. That's not good. That tends to be, my
No problem there
go-to.
for me either.
Right. But yeah. So maybe that's a bit of clarity that I was needing to figure out today.
Hey Jay, hey little bro, how you doing? Oh, hope you have a wonderful weekend as well. Thank you for being here this morning. All right. Oh, wow, look what came out together. I love that. Forgiveness and risk.
Forgiveness again.
Yep.
Yeah.
And integrity. Forgiveness, risk, and integrity.
I like it. Mine says laugh it off. Forgiveness, risk, and integrity. I think that kind of encompasses the same sort of thing. You got to be able to forgive yourself in order to take the next risk.
Mhm.
Because you can't stay in that fear, that what if. That's one of my pet peeves is the what if.
Mm.
People like the what if you die. Okay, but why do all your what ifs have negative implications? There's a whole other spectrum of what ifs that we're not contemplating here.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Um, so with forgiveness, I have self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others.
Mm,
So yeah, that forgiveness coming in, it's not only, I always say that forgiveness ultimately is for yourself, when
mm.
you forgive somebody else. So because it's probably and that helps with the self-esteem, because when you hold on to
Yeah.
the grudges and all that, it just weighs you down and it's not
Well, and it's
benefiting you.
also very it seems like it should be an external exchange or an external involvement, but really it's internal.
Hmm.
The other person doesn't need to know that you forgive them.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
there doesn't need to be some like follow-up closure conversation or something like that. It's all about letting it go for your own benefit, forgiving them for your own benefit.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't mean that whatever the forgiveness was about, the action, the abuse, the transgression, whatever, doesn't make any of that okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it lets you find the comfort with that situation so that you can move on to take the next risk, right? Our
Absolutely.
words back in there, right?
Absolutely. Risk. I have denial here. It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So yes, for a lot of people, that risk, it feels, uncomfortable, right? So you have to get into that uncomfortable space to get comfortable again. And sometimes you be in that place of denial, like, well, I don't want to step out of that zone. I don't, want to forgive that person, or you come up with all these different things of why you can't forgive. And so just take notice of that. Really pay attention to that, to allow yourself to slowly move into that space of forgiveness. So for some people, it's just not going to happen overnight. And that's okay. I totally get that. It took me probably 20, almost 20 something years
Oh
before I
yeah,
was
it
able to
takes
forgive.
decades
Yeah.
for some situations and
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
relationships.
And that was dealing with my trauma. So, that was something
Right.
I had to process and go through before I was
Well,
able to get to that.
and I'm just now starting to understand and have a name for the experiences that I went through. I don't know if this is recent that we've come up with these terminologies and stuff, but it's like anything else when you have that feeling, that discomfort, to
Mhm.
be able to identify it and put a name to it can sometimes be that first step in maybe not necessarily understanding it, but at least accepting your new reality that it brings.
Yes, absolutely. And learning to stay in your integrity. And the card that I got with that is discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to, but keeping
Mhm.
your integrity intact. So that's that message there. Beautiful. Um, there was something Katie had said. Oh yeah, the opposite of fear is trust. And what is just a game that distracts you from your path to stay hurt or angry?
Mm.
What it is just a game. Yeah. Thank you, Katie. All right. We have strength, celebration. I love this one. Celebrate good times. Come on.
I got the whole world is waiting for you.
And positivity. What does it say again?
The whole world is waiting for you.
There you go. Celebrate.
Hmm. Awesomeness. I like it.
All right, let me see. Hmm. Beautiful. Okay. So strength, I have the rain card. So when things are feeling, you're feeling a little empty, and it's like this card just reminds me of kind of like just wounded, and that hole, right? Sometimes you feel like you just have a big old hole right there when you're going through something. So finding your strength so that you can pull up and learn to and feel into the celebration of life, which comes with the card of wildness, electricity, let loose, have fun, have a good time after the rain clears away. what has
Right.
been troubling you and weighing you down, and learn to be in positivity of the change that took place, the wind card. Okay, so that change can be a positive thing. So keep an eye on that and learn that, change is not such a bad thing. And I mean, that's kind of the messages that have been coming over and over here that we've been getting this morning.
Yeah.
To celebrate that. Celebrate. I love that.
Celebrate the little victories, every day there's
Absolutely.
some kind of little victory that you can celebrate. It doesn't have to be you know a big event or a significant event to celebrate. There's something we can celebrate in our lives every single day.
For sure. For sure. And write it down in your gratitude journal.
Mhm. Mhm. I still do my gratitude journal every morning.
Beautiful. We have balance, kindness, and truth.
Nice.
Balance, kindness, and truth.
Remember this time fondly.
Mm.
So yeah, it's okay to change.
Mhm.
You might have fond memories of this time, this era, but it's time to embrace the changes that are coming for us, right? We've been talking about wanting all these changes. Now that we're here, we can't go back and down changing our minds.
This is at the base of the deck. Change.
Nice.
All right. So I have taking action and creating more balance in your life. That's exactly what you're doing right now, Renee, for yourself. So
Right.
it's important that we bring in that balance and being kind and gentle to ourselves so that we can have that inner peace, right? And learning to have the courage to stand in our truth. So taking that time to really stand in your truth of who you are. Is at the base of this one, clarity. So bringing in that clarity of what that truth is for you. So
Nice.
a lot of messages of clarity and change
And
today.
kindness and
Kind,
yeah,
yes.
and taking that time to feel the moment, feel the now. Let's enjoy it. Is it the most look? All the stuff going on right now is not pretty, right? Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
not saying it is, but this is the explosion, the blowing apart of the old, the destruction of the old everything that we've been
Mhm.
waiting for. So this is the time to sit back. I mean, these people are making fools of themselves,
Yeah.
and this is the funny part. This is the comedy part. Just enjoy it while you can, because it's gonna get it's gonna get serious. The consequences are coming for these people, and it's just we've lived in their version of reality for long enough, and I think that kind of to take it back to where we were starting with talking about in being in the darkness and being a light in the darkness, and enough of us are coming together with our little candles and flashlights and lighters and whatever that um it's we're going to drown out the darkness, whatever we're going to drown out the darkness
Mhm.
as we come together, and so let these people make a spectacle of themselves, because we're embracing the change, the good changes that are coming. We're embracing and recognizing that changes are needed,
Yeah.
so that we can live and love and be part of the human experience together.
Mm. So true. So true. Beautiful. Um, yeah, I'm just like taking that all in. We have comfort, responsibility, and rest.
Well, see, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got the responsibility to rest and take care of ourselves so that we can comfort the rest of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's something that we definitely want to focus on here with the hawk. It says choose your priorities and eliminate all distractions. And then the responsibility of taking the courage with the lion here. And it says ask for what you want. So learning to have that courage to speak up and to ask. And, there's like, if you need something, then you need to say something. And then with the rest, we have boundaries, stand your ground. Make sure that you take that time for yourself and setting up those boundaries of what it is that you need. So, especially during this time, as Rene was talking about, there's a lot going on. So, yes, we have a responsibility, but we also need to find the time to rest as well, bringing in that balance again, right? Bringing in the balance. So, very nice. Okay. What happens when you walk into a dark room and flip on the light switch? The darkness disappears. Poof. Yep. Love that.
Well, but of course, with I don't talk about it very often. I mostly talk about having worked in the call center, but the call center that I worked in was for one of the nationwide pest control companies. And so she starts talking about the lights flipping on, and my thoughts immediately go to roaches scattering.
Oh,
Isn't that again what's happening right now?
this is true. Yeah, this is
I'm
true.
loving the little clips I'm seeing of the Justins in the Tennessee house. Along with,
Yes.
and you can tell where the blue dots in Tennessee are, because it's the folks Knoxville, Nashville, and Memphis that are the ones standing up and shining their little lights on what's going on with these other yahoos. I mean, it's not a news show, but yeah, we're they're being exposed, and they're starting to scatter and run, and some of them are not going to run fast enough, and they're going to get squished.
Washed. That is perfect. I love that. I hate the visual, but it's perfect.
But don't they lend themselves to such an icky visual?
They really do. Yeah, they really do. Okay, we have flexibility, perspective, and discipline. All right, let me see.
Flexibility, perspective, and discipline. No regrets.
No regrets.
And you will get through this. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have flexibility. Learning to have that acceptance when it comes to flexibility. We have to learn how to be flexible in different situations and how to move about in these different situations, looking at things from a different perspective so that you can bring in the healing that is needed. And did I not pull one more card? Okay, here we go. And then being disciplined in that, so that, because when we create that routine, that discipline with our healing and looking at things from a different perspective, accepting that we to allow ourselves to be flexible, it brings in more harmony and I think of balance too here when we're talking about that harmony. So being disciplined and bringing all of that in, it's super important for all of us to do. So that's that message. So why don't we take this last few minutes to pull a card to send everybody off for the weekend. If you want to pull a couple cards, you can do that. I'm trying to think, where do I want to pull from?
All right, for weekend vibes, I got, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it.
How perfect is that?
Right, and this one says, hi, I love you always. You are amazing. You are gifted. You are the perfect you. You get this and you got this and I got you. Love your higher self.
Oh, I love that. You know what that made me think of? You. I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Okay, I'm sorry you did a share thing. Now my mind just jumps around, right? Have you seen I'm loving this I haven't actually watched the show, but I see the little clips. Jimmy Fallon's thing kind of reminds me of you and Lisa with your you can sing it. They're that's my jam, and like they gotta do songs in different genres.
Oh, really? No.
Oh my God. Adam Lambert was on the other night. American Idol for those.
Mhm.
And then he put so Adam Lambert was on the other night singing Do You Know the Muffin Man in the style of Cher.
Oh,
I
that's
lost it. Oh
hilarious.
my God. It was the best thing I've seen. It's fantastic. So I'm loving the little clips of people singing different songs like that, little ditty songs to these operatic or rock
Yeah,
opera or whatever.
that's hilarious. All
But yeah,
right, so
now,
this
now I can't get Adam Lambert singing "Do You Know the Muffin
it's
Man"
stuck in your head, right?
because he does a good share. For was it the presidential no, what's the one where they get the rainbow and the medal? The rainbow things. It's not the congressional medal. Kennedy Center honors.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
the one where they get the rainbow?
I'm not sure.
I think that's it. But
Okay.
anyway, in the last few years, what they gave one to Cher, and Adam Lambert came on and sang. I think he sang "Do You Believe in Love?" And just, I mean, blew it away. So he can
He's a
already do
phenomenal
that. So
singer. He
then
really
you
is.
put the Muffin Man in there, and it's the best thing ever.
All right, everyone. This is the message I have for you. It says the secret of creating anything desired, get happy.
There you
And it's
go.
and it says as you practice happy thoughts, your practice and connection with source and well-being. From your place of being happy, you have access to do all that you desire. Beautiful.
For sure.
So there
Love
you
it.
go, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you all for being here. Renee, thank you, thank you, thank
Well,
you.
thank you for letting me come hang out with you this morning. I was going to be here one way or
Absolutely.
the other, so
Yes,
so
yes.
nice to come and say hello to everybody. Especially like I said, I've been a little missing in action here lately, but
But that's
hopefully
okay.
in
You're
the next
taking
few
care of
weeks.
yourself so that you can be a better you to keep this community going. We all appreciate the work that you do. It's very important. So thank you for all that you do.
Well, thank you guys for being here. We all bring something to the table here. We wouldn't be a community if we didn't find something in one another. And I'm still
Mhm.
blown away that we've done this and come together and found one another through something like YouTube. But
Right.
why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
Exactly.
So I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that our friends are here, and glad we're all here to do the good work together.
Yes. All right, everyone. Blessings. Have a beautiful weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.